What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Misfit Media review of Justice League. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be reviewing Justice League, and my name is Tactical Bacon, or Tacky Chan. You can follow me at YT Tactical Bacon, and today I'm going to be joined, as always, by
Faded Calico Jack. You can follow me on Facebook at Faded Calico Jack or on Twitter at Faded Calico Jack.
and that is with a 0.
Yep.
Or is one of them with a 0, or both of them?
Oh, just the Twitter ones with a 0. But if you type it with an O, it'll still come up.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right, so we're not gonna spend too long on this. So let's go ahead and get right down to it.
Can I sum this up in one sentence?
Go ahead.
I think this was the best Marvel movie that DC has ever made.
Yeah. What all did you like about this movie?
I think we should start with the trailers.
With the trailers?
Yeah, didn't you see any of the trailers before the movie?
Yeah.
Did you see anything that stood out to you or something that you might want to see?
Oh, the trailers before the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the trailers for Justice League. I'm like, why the fuck are we going to talk about this? Okay, so the trailers before the movie. You know, number one, there was so many that I've already seen, and number two, there's like 30 minutes of trailers before these movies start. That's why I don't buy like food, like snacks or drinks or anything like that, because normally the movie starts and I'm like, well, fuck, I've already eaten my small popcorn or my box of Junior Mints, and
I thought
now I got nothing.
The trailers that came before Justice League, I think there was more trailers for this than I've seen for any movie lately this year. I was like, it was just trailer after trailer after. I was like, holy fuck, another one? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, it also kind of depends on what time you get there, because they say that like for instance, like they said that the movie started at 7. It really starts around like 7:25, 7:30 is when they actually start playing the movie. So, you know, if you get there like, I don't know, 15 after the show time, or like the movie start time or whatever, should be good. But yeah, I mean, it was just mostly trailers that I've seen before. Ready Player One still looks like it's going to be an interesting movie. I'm really hyped to see that one. What else was there that
there
I
was
saw?
that one, and then there was a horror movie like Be Quiet or Be Silent or the Quiet Place or some shit like that. I kind of want to see that.
I didn't see anything about that.
It looked interesting, but all the other ones, I mean, was just based Star Wars, Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Same trailers that we've seen in the other movies.
Yeah, pretty much. Every once in a while they'll sneak a new one in, or one that I haven't seen. But
I was hoping that there was going to be one for like Aquaman or something. Like,
no, Aquaman doesn't come out till December of next year.
I know.
There's over a year between Justice League and the next DC movie.
Yeah, there was I seen shit online where they had trailers for it already. So that's why I was like, oh, because I know they finished filming it. And it's in post-production now. Yeah. That's why I was surprised.
Oh, there's a lot of visual effects that they got to do with that one.
Yeah. And I was really surprised that they didn't have just like some short teaser trailer for it, just to be like, hey, something's coming. But I guess they would wait until closer, maybe spring of next year, early summer is when we'll probably start seeing trailers for it.
Maybe. I'm really surprised though that it's going to be over a year before the next DC movie hits theaters, because within that period of time there's going to be Black Panther, Infinity War Part 1. What's the other Marvel Studios movie coming out next year? Ant-Man and Wasp, I think, is coming out next year after Infinity War. And then you got Deadpool 2, you got X-Force, or not X-Force, but New Mutants, and then the new X-Men movie coming out next year, the Phoenix movie. Those three are from Fox. You got Venom coming out. And if they have another, if Sony has another movie and there's Spideyverse planned, I'm not exactly sure if they do or not, but I know that Venom is one. So I mean, that's 7 Marvel movies that you're going to see before another DC movie.
Does Fox still have the rights to Spider-Man?
No. Okay, so Sony, Fox never had the rights. It was Sony. Okay, it's really confusing. Or it's kind of confusing.
I think we're getting off topic a little bit.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We'll get back to it in just a second. But Marvel and Sony co-own Spider-Man, but Sony is doing movies with Spider-Man characters, but it's not in the Spider-Man MCU universe. It's really weird. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. But anyways, let's get back to Justice League. This isn't fucking Marvel.
After seeing Justice League, like, I kind of feel like the superhero movie genre is just beating a dead horse. Like, how many more of these fucking superhero movies are they gonna come out with? It just seems like that they are fucking milking the fuck out of that genre.
Well, so number one, this movie seemed like it. Thor Ragnarok did not seem like your average run-of-the-mill superhero movie to me.
No, it didn't. This one did, though.
This Justice League movie really did, but we'll get into that in just a second. And then secondly, they're going to keep making these superhero movies, Marvel and DC movies, until they stop making money.
Yeah.
So you're going to see them for a while until people finally stop paying to see them. But yeah, let's get into the good parts of the movie. What did you like about the movie?
The action sequences, the special effects,
which there was plenty of.
The only issue that I really had with the movie is I felt that it was too short. Like, it should have had a longer runtime. Like, it felt like it was rushed.
Yeah.
The storyline was rushed.
Yeah.
And I like the characters. I think the characters were good. The dialogue is good. You can definitely see the parts where Joss Whedon redid them. Like, the parts that Zack Snyder did are, like, dark and serious.
Right.
And then the parts that Whedon did are, like, that Marvel type of humor and shit like that, which you got a lot of that out of Jason Momoa. I was really surprised at that. And I was really, like, now, I mean, I kind of wanted to see Aquaman before. Now I really want to fucking see it. Because Jason Momoa was fucking awesome as Aquaman. But everybody was good as their characters. The only thing I kind of got a little bit butthurt about was Cyborg. He was like the Justice League secretary. Like, he was so much cooler in the comics. Like, I just wish they would have had him doing some cooler shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He could tap into everything. And everything is, like, all online now, and you know, everything is on a tablet or an iPhone or your computer, so he's kind of like hacking in and tapping into different things that the Justice League can't really do, maybe. So was there anything else that you liked about the movie while I'm gathering everything that I liked about it?
This is good for spoilers, right?
Oh yeah.
My favorite scene.
Total spoilers.
My favorite scene was when Superman came back from the dead, and then he looked at Batman and recognized him, and then they were all just like, "Oh fuck!" Like,
yeah.
And then he just went like fucking nuts and started kicking the shit out of everybody, and they were like, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah.
But the moment when the Flash was running behind him, and he turns and looks at him, and that slow Flash is like, "Oh fuck!" Like, that cracked me up. But the kid who played the Flash, Ezra Miller, did a really good job. I know I had a lot of friends that were we were talking about it today at lunch, and they were saying that they wish that the guy who played him in the TV show would have done it. Which I know the studio DC approached him. It's just his contract with WGN has a non-compete agreement in it. So that's why he wasn't able to do it, because it's either you keep doing the show or you do this one movie. And he's like, I've already been on the show for X amount of years, you know, and who knows how much longer of a run that show has. I mean, that show could go on for another 5 or 6 seasons, you know? I mean, that's 5 or 6 more years of paychecks for him.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, I mean, I wholeheartedly kind of agree with, you know, like their decision on who they went with, but I think Ezra did a very good job, and it, like I said, there was just the right amount of humor in it, and I mean, Gal Gadot, fucking
Gadot,
yeah, whatever. I just don't want her to kick shit out of me
for mispronouncing her name.
Yeah, she is just fucking amazing as Wonder Woman. I mean,
yeah,
I think what was the original woman that played Wonder Woman?
In the TV show?
Yeah.
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter. I almost said Linda Blair, and I'm like, I know it's not right.
No, that's the girl from Exorcist.
Yeah, so, but Linda Carter, I think, would have been proud. I think that Gal very much carried on the tradition of Wonder Woman in a very good way. And, I don't know, I just think that there was a lot of chemistry. The one that I was the most surprised with this time was Ben Affleck. All the shit people were talking about him playing Batman, I think he did awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see in this movie, like, okay, he's Batman, you know? And then, apparently, this is the last one he's doing as Batman, because he doesn't have any interest in doing another Batman movie.
Okay, well, we don't really know that for sure, but it's being rumored, and there's a high possibility that he won't be in the next one, but
I think that they're probably going to go with somebody else.
I heard a rumor about somebody was interested in Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep, I read that too. They were looking at Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's a great fit.
I don't know.
But who knows? Because when I first heard that Heath Ledger was playing the Joker, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Then,
I mean, when people found out about Michael Keaton being Batman, they were like, the fuck is Mr. Mom gonna do in a Batman movie? Yeah. Why is he playing Batman Bruce Wayne? So... Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, they do that with like pretty much anyone who plays Batman. I mean, they bitched when Val Kilmer did it. They bitched, you know, George Clooney.
I'm sure that there was people out there that had issues with it, but I don't really remember people taking issue with Christian Bale.
It's almost like it's almost like tradition now that whoever plays Batman, they have to bitch about it. But yeah, Christian Bale was the only one I don't think anybody really complained about.
Yeah. And it's because he had proven himself as a really good actor.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, yeah, let's see his take on Batman and Bruce Wayne."
Yeah. And then after the third film, he's just like, "Nope, it's just good as a trilogy. Let's just leave it that way." Freaking. But that's cool though that there's still people like that in Hollywood that's like, "No, like these movies that we made are so good. Let's go out on top. Let's not fucking beat this with a dead horse and fucking kill it to where nobody wants to fucking do it." But I was really let's talk about the scenes afterwards.
Well, can I talk about my favorite parts of the movie?
My bad.
I mean, for fuck's sake. Okay, so
I'm excited.
All right, so I liked all the Wonder Woman stuff. They give Wonder Woman a lot of good scenes. Let's see. So Cyborg was good. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that he was like very monotone and he was kind of boring the entire time, and I'm just like, well, it's Cyborg. Like,
yeah, he's supposed to be like that.
What, like, you can't expect for him to act like very arrogant or anything like that, kind of like Tony Stark. You have to expect something different because it's a different character, you know, and he's going through something different. Anyways, Ezra Miller's The Flash was probably my favorite character from the movie. Just very funny, and it was kind of interesting to see somebody with like some weird quirks about them as a superhero. Like, I can't really think right off the top of my head of anybody that's like that had that same kind of attitude as his Flash did, or his Barry Allen did. Um, Superman, um, I don't know. Superman was
Superman.
well, we'll talk about that later. Aquaman. Aquaman was okay. He kind of reminded me a lot of there were parts where he would say something or do something, and just like the way that he would act kind of reminded me of like Thor a little bit from like early Marvel movies. The first couple ones that he was in. Jeremy Irons, always good to see him in as Alfred. Ben Affleck, he was Batman. And yeah, that was it for the score. The score was probably my second favorite part of the movie, because you had Danny Elfman, who did the score for the original Batman movie in '89, and a lot of his score for that movie went on to inspire a lot of like for example the animated TV show. For instance, they kind of had that same similar theme, if it wasn't exactly the same theme. But yeah, that was all my good parts.
I thought the music was fucking on point in this movie.
Definitely.
That was another thing they nailed. So what was your issue with Superman?
Well, I have a few issues with the movie. Let's talk about the issue that I have with Superman. Okay, so they have this issue where he's filming for the new Mission Impossible movie, I believe. And in that role, he needs to have a mustache. He was told that he could not shave the mustache while they're waiting to continue to film, because Tom Cruise hurt his leg on the set of the new Mission Impossible movie. But Henry Cavill was told that he could not shave his mustache. So Warner Brothers says, that's fine. We're just going to CG out his mustache. And there were so many times where it looked like there was an invisible caterpillar on his upper lip moving around. And I'm like, what the hell is that on his face? What is on your face, man? That was really weird. His freak out when they brought him back. Okay, first of all, the way that they brought him back. Number one, Cyborg and the Flash are grave robbing? They're digging up Superman's body?
I was just saying
what
that like,
the fuck?
Dude, I was literally sitting there like, it's a movie, it's a movie, it's a movie.
Oh, yes.
What are these two doing?
Okay, yes, it is a movie. But there are so many different ways. You have so many different comic books. You have source material, shit that's already been written and created in fucking storyboards, basically, in comics, of ways that Superman has been brought back to life.
Yep.
And you choose to have Flash and Cyborg dig him out of the ground? Huge missed opportunity for something way better than the no offense to Flash and Cyborg fans out there, but they're kind of low on the totem pole of the Justice League, the Flash and Cyborg, so they're out kind of like doing bitch work for the other three, and it's like, what? Another issue that I had with the movie, you could really tell the tone shift. Like, it did go from that kind of Zack Snyder feel to that kind of Avengers Joss Whedon feel.
I felt that the editing was poor in that aspect. I felt if they did
Yeah.
that, when they watched like a screen test of it, they should have just been like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go back and refilm all the shit that Zach did and fucking with Joss. Because it was just, I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, they got it to flow pretty well, but people who are fans of both genres are really gonna notice it.
Well, okay, so I think my biggest issue with this movie, and it's kind of a big issue, is you've given us Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, or excuse me, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Suicide Squad, and now Justice League. Okay? Or Wonder Woman and Justice League. Wait, did I say that right? Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League. Okay, yes. You've given us these 5 DC films. In the first 4, you pretty much established a very clear tone.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to say that it was like a depressing universe, but it was a lot more grounded in
Dark.
reality. Like, it felt more like it took place in our world. And I was like, okay, this is good. DC is clearly distinguishable from Marvel movies. This is good. We have a very clear-cut difference between the two worlds. This is a good start. This movie, like you said, it's the best Marvel movie DC has made. And that's the issue that I have with it, is you've given us 4 movies before this one. You've established a clear tone that you're setting in your universe. Whether people like it or not, that's the tone they're going with.
And then
that was the decision they made.
And then they break it halfway through the movie. Like, it was just a very clear tone.
It didn't even
change.
feel like it was halfway. It felt like it was a third of the way into the movie. It felt like just at the end of Act 1, beginning of Act 2, things just changed up. And I'm sorry, but when Batman like landed on the ground, I forgot what was going on at the time, because there was just so much bullshit going on at the end of the movie. But he had fallen down, and he was like, "Oh yeah, something's definitely bleeding."
Oh,
yeah. Like, what is this? Batman is like cracking wise? What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Like, Batman, like, yeah, he cracks jokes, but I don't know, he keeps that same kind of Dark Knight mentality about him. Yeah, that seriousness. And this, it's like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he like doing an audition for Stand Up Live or some shit?
Yeah, but when he did that line in the theater, everybody laughed.
Well, yeah, everybody laughed, but I mean, I don't know, like, I know a lot of people are going to probably disagree with me on this, but it just doesn't feel like it's true to Batman.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I know it's a movie, it's a different take, what the fuck ever, but look at all the Batman movies you've given us. Like, the goofiest thing we've ever had was Batman and Robin. That's the goofiest thing. Well, I don't know. I mean, the ones with Adam West, those are pretty goofy.
Yeah, but that was the time, though, man.
Yeah.
When they filmed him. But yeah, Batman and Robin there was a lot, like, a wisecracks and shit like that. Like, even Schwarzenegger was cracking wise.
Yeah. He was the main comedic element of that movie. But anyways, yeah, I mean, that was just my biggest issue was you clearly established a tone over 4 movies, and now you're changing it up, and now it's going to be over a year before we get the Aquaman movie, like I was saying earlier. And I guess they've said within that time between Justice League and Aquaman, if Justice League doesn't perform well, which, I mean, it's not really performing all that well so far. I mean, it's got not awful, but I mean, it's got some pretty bad reviews online so far.
Yeah, dude, the New York Times gave it 40 out of 100.
Yeah, but supposedly they're going to be taking the next 12 to 14 months or whatever to think about what they're really going to do with the DC universe. And it's like, you guys established everything and you didn't stick with it. Did it upset people? Yes, but you didn't stick with it. You didn't have the balls to stick with it, tweak it a little bit, but keep that same kind of tone, but change things around just enough to make people say, okay, well, they're listening. But it's still clearly different from Marvel, you know? So I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and give our scores. We'll go out of 5.
Out of 5?
Is that how we're doing it? Out of 5, or was it out of 10
so
last time?
No, I think it was out of 5.
Okay. All right. So what is your score out of 5?
I'm probably gonna have to give it a 3.
A 3?
Yeah. Because that tone change really fucking, like, kind of threw me for a loop. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. But there were still good elements to the movie.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm not saying it's good or bad. Like, I as a movie, it's a whole,
fine.
I enjoyed it. It entertained me. I feel like I got my money's worth.
And at the end of the day, that's probably what matters to most people the most, is did I get my money's worth? Did I have a good time, or was I completely disappointed and checking my watch every 5 minutes?
But when I look at it from a nerd perspective, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm in that awkward phase of like, I don't know how to feel yet. Like, I feel a little bit traumatized. It's still in shock. I need to come out of it first.
Yeah. Okay, so my score out of 5 is going... I'm going to go with a half. I'm going to go 2.5. I mean, there were some really good moments. It doesn't really quite hold up to like a 3 for me. I think that if CGI mustache Superman wasn't an issue, then I probably would have given it like maybe a 2.6. But yeah, I give it a 2.5. I think that there is a lot of work that still needs to be done, and people have been saying that exact same thing since Man of Steel, that things have to be done about the DC universe if they want to keep moving forward with these characters and these stories and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, DC, get your shit together, figure it out.
Yeah.
But yes, I am Tactical Bacon Tacky Chan. You can follow me at YT Tactical Bacon, and I am here with
Faded Calico Jack. You can follow me at Faded Calico Jack on Twitter or Faded Calico Jack on Facebook.
Yes, and we are going to be doing more of these. We're going to be coming out with the first 6 episodes of The Punisher. Punisher just dropped on Netflix a couple of days ago. And we are going to be giving you guys the first 6 episode review, and then a day later, we're going to, hopefully a day later, maybe even 2 days, we're going to finish up the last 7 episodes. And then we're going to also have Walking Dead. We have a few episodes of Walking Dead to review. Did you know that? Because the last like 2 or 3 episodes. Yeah. So, but yes, we will check you guys out in the next one.